Hello, Gina here, holistic feng shui coach and founder of Living in Shui. I wanted to share with you guys a quote that I read yesterday that really struck me and I think would resonate with you. It says, "Almost nothing important ever happens to you happens because you engineer it. Destiny always leans trench-coated out of an alley with some sort of psst that you usually can't even hear because you're in such a rush to or from something important you've tried to engineer." So I don't know about you, but that definitely resonated with me, especially lately as I feel like I've been trying to engineer so many things about my life, like, where should I buy a house? What path should I go in my career? Should I move towards this opportunity or that opportunity? Am I going to want to live in this particular neighborhood for the next 20 years of my life? Or how is it going to play out? This constant analyzing and thinking from the head, trying to engineer every little detail of my life. So you might have heard the quote also of, "Life is what happens when you're too busy making other plans." Similar vein. And it was just this, reminder that we can't plan everything. And I can't even fathom, the amazing journey and the ups and downs and the road that my life is going to take. No matter how much planning, how much visualizing, how much goal setting, there's a mystery and a beauty to life that I could never predict. And sometimes this thought comes up of, but the things that I teach and coach on of manifestation, visualization, goal setting, it's about having clarity. It's about having, this vision that you can work towards. And sometimes it feels contradictory to this idea of, life is what happens when you're too busy making other plans. And what I realized is that, all of these philosophies are not about an attachment to the end result. And if you start with who do you want to be and how do you want to feel and let that fuel you, that will result in, the best possible outcome showing up for you in your life. If you're focused on cultivating the best self you can be, the best energy you can have, feeling the best you could possibly feel, filling your thoughts with positive thoughts and intentions, that's what fuels you. And that's what, can help support you on this journey to living the happiest life and the most fulfilling life that you could live. It's not about starting with the end result and being attached to, that it has to happen this way. It has to look like this. It's about asking yourself who you want to be, tapping into your heart, into your intuition, and being able to hear and listen to those whispers. And normally I wouldn't recommend listening to the whispers of a trench-coated stranger in an alley, but metaphorically, yes, listen to those whispers. And the more you tap into that, the more your eyes will open to possibilities and paths and avenues that you might never have considered or thought about. So, I asked myself, okay, let me look at my life. Where can I see that something extraordinary or an unexpected turn happened that led to something, more magnificent than I ever could have planned? And so many things came up. The best things in my life came up, like moving to South Korea to teach English, an experience I never would have planned and was, some of the best times in my life. Or working for Lululemon for the past 8 years. Never would have expected to work in retail. I graduated from college with a degree in advertising, my career path was definitely on a different trajectory, and I listened to a whisper, and the past 8 years have been full of more growth and development and learning and amazing experiences than I ever could have imagined. And then leaving that stable, secure job as a store manager with Lululemon to start down this path as a feng shui consultant. Again, a whisper, and it's not a clear-cut path. It's not everything perfectly laid out in front of me, but the more I continue to listen to myself, to my intuition, to my own inner guidance, the more my path unfolds naturally and beautifully and in a more magical way than I ever could have predicted. So I'm trying to remind myself of that too, not to get so caught up in having everything planned out to a T, and leave room for that magic and focus more on cultivating my own positive energy, tapping into my own passions, asking myself, about my own desires, and letting that fuel me. So I would love to hear any stories from you of when you listened to those whispers in your life and your path took an unexpected turn that was more magical than you ever could have imagined. And when you're getting, stuck in the, oh my gosh, I have to plan everything, look back and remember it doesn't all have to be planned out. And if you need any support or inspiration in tapping into your inner desires, into your heart, into listening to your intuition, I have a free resource called Your Guide to Thrive. That's a 3-part series that will help you do just that, to spend time listening to yourself and tapping in to your heart. So I'll put the link below. And again, I would love to hear any stories or thoughts from you. And I hope you have a beautiful day, and I will see you next time.